Hey Jags, I'm Ella Joyner.
And I'm Cammie Thompson, and this is
J&N's The Central. The 2023 Mississippi elections took place on November 7th. Tate Reeves ran for a second term as governor against Brandon Presley. Mississippi residents also voted on Lieutenant Governor, Attorney General, Secretary of State, State Treasurer, and more.
Who's Who is the yearly event at Madison Central that announces the winners of the class superlatives that the students voted on. It will take place in the Madison Central Auditorium on December 4th at 6:30 p.m.
Hey Jags, this is Ava G with your weather. Today we're seeing cloudy skies with a high of 68 and a low of 49. Grab your raincoat for Tuesday. There'll be a 60% chance of rain, along with a high of 59 and a low of 45. That rain won't last for long though. The sun will be back on Wednesday with a high of 55 and a low of 43. Cloudy skies will return on Thursday, the high remaining the same and the low dropping to 41. We'll finish the school week with mostly sunny skies. The high will return to the 60s and the low will remain in the 40s. That's all for this week, Jags. Don't forget your raincoat, and back to Cammie with the news.
Madison Central performed a production of Beauty and the Beast. J&N's Tavi Belser reports on the personal benefits students gain from the school productions.
The Madison Central Theater Department is presenting Beauty and the Beast as its fall musical production. The play provides a creative outlet for students with vocal, dancing, construction, and technical abilities.
There's a lot of planning that goes into the fall musical. We usually start about a year out, and we go ahead and set up rights, and we talk to the school district, and we get everything secured. There's a contract that we have, and then we start planning at the beginning of school to have the auditions. There are a lot of students that start off in the musical or a play just in class, and by the time we go through the whole process, they really get a lot more out of their shell, or some of them are very shy in class, but then they get on stage and they really push themselves outside of their boundaries. It's really good. I do think that it's really important for students to be involved. I think that you learn to be friends with other people that you maybe weren't friends with before, and I've seen that happen over the years since we've been doing musicals since 2003, and so I do think that it builds a community, but also then they have other people who see that maybe I should try out next year and do it, and it kind of becomes a little family.
Not only does it encourage creativity, but it also brings together students of all ages and backgrounds.
When I came here, I didn't have many friends because it's way different from my other school. It's a lot bigger. So joining this musical made me have a lot of friends I do have now. It's helped me because before the musical, I didn't do anything. I just get right from school and go home and be bored. But now in the musical, I have something to do with my life, and I feel like I can make a career out of this, maybe. I would recommend other students to join because I didn't think this was for me. I've only been doing this for 2 years, and once I joined this, I made a lot of friends in it.
If this is something of interest to you, stay tuned for more information on next year's fall musical. This has been Tavi Belser with J&N.
The Jackson Public School District introduced a series of changes to the schools in its community. J&N's Natalie Mann reports on what these changes entail.
On October 3rd, the Jackson Public School Board held a meeting where the Superintendent, Dr. Eric L. Green, proposes the JPS optimization plan. Due to the declining enrollment, Green proposes to close and consolidate 16 JPS schools. Arthur Kane is a Jackson activist and is a past employee of the Mississippi Link.
One thing that the district has done is that they've gotten the grades back, right? So we are now a B district. That stops any more charter schools from coming into the district. And I think that the district has to work in concert with the city of Jackson. Again, so goes the city, so goes the public school district. And of course, there are other ways, to do it. Remodeling school buildings. Some of these school buildings have been around forever and forever and forever, right? Crumbling infrastructure. So I think with the infrastructure of the city, with water issues that we've had in the city, I think working in concert with the city will help.
Green emphasized that the plan is still in the draft phase and requires input from the community before it can be put into effect. The Jackson School Board held a meeting at Callaway High on October 30th to incorporate Jackson citizens.
We don't presume that our plan is airtight, that every aspect of it is exactly as it should be. The goal was to give people something to respond to think about, to consider, to help us think through this challenge that is all of ours. It's not just mine or the district's. Our decline in enrollment is stark, and we've got to consider operating differently.
At this meeting, Green explained that the Mississippi school districts are funded per student. Therefore, the less students in a school, the more spent per student. JPS has lost an average of $12 million and 1,000 students each year, which has resulted in the proposal of the optimization plan to lessen costs and stabilize staffing. Many students, teachers, and parents attended this meeting. We interviewed a few on their opinions on the plan.
I was Miss Sophomore and then Miss Junior, now Miss Blue and Gold. So, and then I'm now the battalion commander of JRTC. So it's a lot that school has offered me an opportunity that will open the door for me. So for it to close, it's like there's a part of me that is getting taken away from me. So it affects me in multiple ways.
The district plans to make final decisions by December 5th. If you're interested in more regarding this topic, make sure to check out the Jaguar News Network YouTube and listen to our podcast. This has been Natalie Mann with JNN.
The Mayor's Youth Council consists of students from Madison, Mississippi that help serve the Madison community. JNN's Rachael Carpenter reports on what the contributions mean to the city.
Mayor's Youth Council of Madison gives future leaders a glimpse into local politics. They help to coordinate events around Madison year-round. Katie Mahan is a senior at Madison Central. She has been a member of Mayor's Youth Council for 3 years.
My biggest takeaway from Mayor's Youth Council is appreciating everyone, no matter how big or little their job is. There are so many people working behind the scenes in the city who you don't really get to see unless you're a part of something like Mayor's Youth Council. It's caused me to create some great connections with our city leaders and officials, some of whom have been writing beautiful rec letters for college and other job opportunities for me. So it's been really nice getting to meet those people and just seeing how many people it takes to bring our beautiful city together.
Mayor Mary Hawkins Butler has been mayor of Madison for 42 consecutive years.
I'm very proud of the Mayor's Youth Council. Years ago, a young lady that went to Madison Central came to me about starting a Mayor's Youth Council. Her name is Allison Kellogg. She took it upon herself to write the bylaws, to put everything together that we needed to have for the Mayor's Youth Council. If you look at the members of the Youth Council, we have 3 major high schools here, MRA, Madison Central, and St. Joe. And they're members on the Youth Council from all 3 of the schools. They get to know each other and it crosses those lines. We have the events at the Red Caboose and the children love it. They help with the scarecrows around the caboose. You know, it's just wonderful to see the older students with the younger students mentoring each other and the respect that grows between them. And it's just like a big family.
Chandler C. is also a senior at Madison Central who has been a member of Mayor's Youth Council for 3 years.
Last year we did trucks, tractors and things. I think it makes the community more lively. We mainly just stay at the Public Works building where we hear guest speakers. The airport, where we learned all about how they run the airport, and we got to go in some planes and look at those controls. We also do the fire station. We get to use the hose. We get to go into the fire trucks and stuff like that. But I think with Mayor's Youth Council helping putting on events and putting up scarecrows and stuff like that, we kind of bring a little joy to the community.
Mayor's Youth Council has been active for 21 years and counting. For more information on this, you can visit madisonthecity.com and go under the Community Partners tab. This has been Rachael Carpenter with JNN.
That's all for this episode, Jags.
Be sure to visit our Instagram at Jaguar News Network for more updates throughout the week.
Until next time, I'm Ella Joyner.
And I'm Cammie Thompson, and this has been
JNN's The Central.